So another great tip here, using a drawing to help you decide how to create your parts. So if we come and look at the assembly here, you will notice that the button doesn't quite match up with the backpack, right? It's a little not centered. So in my mind, I want to move the backpack up higher. So this is more centered. Okay, it's not very much off, but you know, I want it to be a little better. So how much do we move that to get it lined up? How do we measure that? It's tough. Here, I don't know how I would. So in a drawing, if you create a drawing, so here I have a drawing, the side view is going to give us that info. This is the assembly I put in my drawing. And if I right click the side view, I can show hidden lines. So now I can see the orientation of the switch to the backpack. So if I put a dimension from the let's say the center point I would love the center point, but let's say from the top edge of the switch to this top edge of the flat section here, I have 0.096. Okay, so that's one dimension. Now if I put another dimension from this edge to the bottom edge of the flat, I have 1.61. So you can see that the switch is not centered, right? There's a difference between these two. So if I take out my handy calculator and I go to my mathematical skills and I find the difference between them, 0.161 minus 0.096, the difference is 0.065. 0.065. So I need to move the backpack upwards half of 0.065, half of the difference. Okay, so 0.0325. I need to move the backpack up 0.0325. Move this backpack up 0.0325. So let's go to the dude. Here's the dude. Okay, and I know where the sketch for my backpack lives. It's this sketch here, and it's sketch 5.0325. Okay, so let's go to that sketch. Now I think I did it in some random position, right? So let's see if we can add a dimension here, from here to here. This may not be as easy as I hope, but we're gonna try. Let's pick something that, how about this line to this point? All right, 0.66666. Okay, let's also dimension this line. Let's add some dimensions so the backpack itself doesn't change. That looks good. Add this dimension here, dimension between these two. Right, so we want to define that sketch pretty good. Let's dimension this angle here. We're adding a bunch of dimensions so that way when I move the backpack, the backpack doesn't change. All right, so this is the dimension that we want to take down. We want to move this whole backpack left. So it's going to be 0.666. 0.666 minus 0.0325. Fingers crossed over here. Boom. And you saw the whole backpack move upwards. Okay, so we shifted it up. Now I'm going to accept that sketch. And I'm going to hope everything regenerates cleanly. And it looks like it did. It's still got a backpack there. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. Now I'm going to go back to my drawing. And I'm going to regenerate my drawing here. See right here, I'm going to update it. And we're going to hope that these two dimensions are now matching. Oh yes, so we are good. 129, 1 to 8. That is good. Okay, we've nailed it. So using the dimensions that we can get with a drawing can help us design and modify parts in the Part Studio. Okay? This assembly should look the same, and now when we look at it from the back view, we will see that our button is very much centered in there. Okay? So now I'm going to make another context edit and cut the hole for the button. Okay? Another thing that's handy, how big to make that button? Well, where do we go to get that dimension? Go to our drawing right here. So now I can see that the dimension from the top of that button pin, right, to here is 245. Right, so that helps us design the actual button itself. So that way the button sits through, sticks out a bit, and doesn't, and everything works well. Okay. Thinking this through, the whole backpack being the button would be awesome, but that would require massive changes from the Part Studio. So I'm going to try that actually. Let's see if I go to Sketch. If I make this a new part, or is that going to mess too many things up? Make it new. It's a new part, all right. Let's go to my assembly. All right. I don't know if I'm going to do it that way. Part 1 is the backpack. There it is. I could cut a hole out the size of the backpack. I'm halfway there. I think I'm going to try to make this work this way. All right, but the idea of using the drawing to get those dimensions, super awesome. All right, everybody. Have a good day, night, and I'll see you in class.